What up, this your boy T-Dub. What's blazing in sports? We are here live, guys. It is 9:10 Central Time, and for some crazy reason, I'm already tired, but we're going to get it popping, guys. As you see from the title, let me make sure everything is showing correctly as well. Looks like it's still processed. All right, guys, looks like we are good to go. As you see from the thumbnail and as you see in the subject, time to make a change. Guys, I definitely want to get your opinions on this. Do you think it's time for Adrian Broner? Not talking about Mikey Garcia, because it still looks like he's getting better, which is a good thing. But I'm talking about Adrian, the problem, Broner. Do you think AB about time to make a change in his corner? And guys, listen, I know this is not an easy decision. I know this is a very, very hard decision. Sometimes it becomes easy. If you and your corner is having a lot of falling out and you're arguing all the time, then it becomes easy. It's almost like a relationship when you're with a girlfriend and you're just arguing. It's easy to say, forget it then, I'm out of here, whatever, go. It's easy to say something out of frustration. But when you have a team that you probably gel together real good and things probably have not got to that point, and it's more like a family that's willing to, stick it out to the end, then it's hard telling that person who really don't want to go, that, hey, for the better of my career, I know we are a team, but for the better of my career, for me to keep fighting, for me to get back on tracks, because right now, Adrian Broner, his career, it's been derailed. I'm not saying it can't get back on tracks, because it can, guys. But the fact is, right now, it has been derailed. And I think he has really close ties with some guys that's in his corner, in his camp. And it's probably a little bit harder to let it go. And, and sometimes you can have pride. And what pride can do, pride can make you say, even though you realize that maybe it is time for a change, but sometimes you want to be like, you know what? I want to prove to the world I'm not going to change nobody. I'm going to come back and be a champion and keep my whole group, my whole crew with me, and we're going to do this together, guys. Like I said, I'm just going to put more hours in, and we're going to get it together. We're going to figure it out. So sometimes, you can have that approach, and it could be successful or it could not. Me personally, I think it's time for a change. I do take my hat off to his team, because, like he has been stating, they helped made him a 4-division champion. You can't take that away. But what we have learned, or what a lot of us has witnessed, is that, his rise from 130, 135, 140, 147, is that a lot of his style hasn't really transitioned. It hasn't really adapted, and the one thing I want to see from Adrian Broner is I want to see from him, to something like a Mayweather, is to be able to adapt in the middle of a fight, to realize that, hey, what I'm currently doing right now isn't working. Where's my plan B? Where's my plan C? In his fight against Mikey Garcia, I don't think he had a plan B. I think he had a plan to move, to avoid big punches. I think everybody has probably been talking about he's been flat-footed. He's flat-footed. I think he wanted to prove, and I think he also believed that Mikey Garcia and his team felt that he was going to come in and be a lot more flat-footed, be a lot more hittable. And I think he wanted to prove them wrong. But by him moving more, it took a lot from his punches. I think in 12 rounds, he threw, not landed, he threw 400 total punches. And that's just not good. So, as you can see, guys, I believe it's right here. It's time for him to make a change. It's time for him to get somebody in his corner to shake things up. Because right now, I believe in this last fight against Garcia, when they was talking to him, or people was talking to him, he was saying, I got it, I got it. And that's the thing. When you're fighting, you need your team. It shouldn't be, I got it. It should be, hey, this is what we see. You go do it, He needs to make those adjustments. He needs to have that authority figure. And I like that, almost like an authority figure that's in his corner that demand his attention, demand his respect. And when that person talks, he shuts up and listens. When somebody says, hey man, this isn't working, you got to go to the body. You ain't went to the body in 6 rounds. You got to go. If Mikey Garcia, you know, who is actually pressing the action, if you want to stop him from pressing, if you want to take steam off his punches, you got to go to his body, because you're not landing clear shots up top. Listen, stop looking at him, look at me. Listen. You're not landing clear shots up top, okay? If you go to his body, you dig to his body. I'm not talking about just sticking the jab to his navel. I'm talking about throwing some hooks to their body. Left hook, right hook, uppercut, steps to the side, throw some. Give me that. And I guarantee you, once you start digging to his body, it will open up that head like a Christmas present on Christmas Day. Take my word. But unfortunately right now, because he's probably been friends and family with these guys for so long, he lost a lot of that, you know, or maybe he's trying to prove, I don't know, I'm just talking, maybe he's trying to prove. What's up, Cypher Box Pro Boxing? It was a really good performance for Garcia. I think a lot of people underestimated him, but he showed he's a smart, potential boxer, a patient boxer. I think Garcia is a really good boxer. I thought Broner was going to do a lot better than he did, but he did not, you know. Honestly, I think if the Broner that faced Maidana would have did better than the Broner that didn't commit to punches, the Broner that fought, ha, 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 ha. You know, I think that Broner would have did a lot better. The fact is, guys, Broner didn't bring a lot to the table. I really don't know what the game plan was. I don't even know if this was his game plan or was it his corner game plan. The simple fact is, guys, right now, I think it is time for a change. You know, looking at this bottom picture, it's probably right here where he's hitting the little pad or whatever. And that's probably what he's doing. Look at his mouth. Ha! Ha! You know, he needs to switch it up. Honestly, I think he needs to switch his corner. I think he needs to switch his way he spars. I think he needs to be like, listen, we know you can box like this. And I'm not saying take what he got, ball it up into a nice little wad and, you know, try to play Jordan to make it throw it into the trash can. No, I'm not saying it at all. I'm saying you can keep that, but you got to be able to give these people different looks, okay? Like Floyd Mayweather. A lot of people know Floyd Mayweather loves to pull counter. Either he'll do a pull counter or maybe he'll roll with the right hand and come with it, you know. But that's not what he give you. Now, Floyd can give you, okay, I'm going to fight you in the pocket. Okay, I'm going to stand off. All right, so I'm going to move a little bit. He can switch it up. And then if you do land something flush on him, Shane Mosley, or if you land something and rough him up and bust his nose, Cotto, or you just a bigger man and you can hit hard and you're young, Canelo, he finds a way to adapt and win, you know. Speaking of Floyd Mayweather, a coach used to be his father, right? Then his father, you know, went to jail, and then his Uncle Roger took over. So here's the thing: his Uncle Roger took over for a long time, and Floyd never lost. And the fact is that whatever the reason was, Floyd decided he needs to make another change back to his father. See, he didn't wait till he lost. He didn't wait until, you know, he was beaten and barely escaped by with a win. He realized that, hey, you know, I need to get something back that I'm missing. I need to get something back. And he realized that his father had that element. And he knew that he was letting one family member go for another family member. And a lot of times that can cause tension. But the simple fact is, he needs to win. Cypher Box Pro Boxing, do you think it's his corner or his attitude? I feel Broner loves spotlight more than the sport. I think it's a combination. But when you say his attitude or his corner, there was a time, and I wasn't back there, but there was a time that Adrian Broner respected his corner. There was a time, and I'm not saying he doesn't respect him now, but at the time he wouldn't probably told his corner, I got this. It was a time he listened. Because everything Adrian Broner does in the ring, he learned. And the only way you can learn is by listening, is by shutting up, listening. Let somebody critique you on how to do it right. And I think he's been with them so long, and they've been family, and he just got comfortable in talking. It's just like, it's a relationship. It's like when some people be with their girl for a while, you know, when they first get with her, they listen, they do all this stuff, they do what it takes to get it. And then once you have it for a while, you know, you you don't give her much attention. You don't really listen to her no much. She get on your nerves now, even though she's telling you right. You telling her, hold up, why are you trying to run my life? You know, I know that's a little bit different, but I just think now that, you know, he still got his corner there, but I don't believe they took them as far as they could. You know, his corner, I'm not saying it's bad. They probably can make another champion, but they done all they could for Adrian Broner. Adrian Broner needs somebody that he can respect enough to let them talk in the corner, listen to what they're saying, and execute it. And his attitude, you know, I think some of it, honestly, I think his attitude is part of him trying to market himself, and part of it is just him being, you know, who he is. If he didn't have his attitude, you know, he wouldn't be where he is today. So that's a yin and yang, you know. If you say take away your attitude, be a good guy, be humble, he wouldn't be the fighter he is today. He wouldn't have rose to where he is today, because in this society we like drama. We like to put down the person that's if you're not, let's say if you're not doing good, like Andre Ward. This is crazy enough that a lot of casual fans don't know who Andre Ward is. It's crazy enough when you got Andre Ward versus Kovalev and it does not sell. That's crazy. You know, skill like that on skill and it does not sell. Cypher Box Pro Boxing. Hey, check out this site, guys. I believe you put a video up, maybe was it yesterday, day for yesterday. Really good video. Gets you pumped up and ready for any fight, any past fight. Check it out. If he does decide on a new trainer, then who would be best suited to Broner? That's hard, man. Broner would need to really, you know, he need to find somebody to listen to. You know, maybe he can join Andre Ward's camp. You know, I don't know. Maybe Virgil Hunter. I'm just saying. I don't know for sure. Maybe Teddy. I guess Tim. Remember, Tim Bradley left his coach and went to Teddy Atlas. You know, and remember, or it can be somebody that's not even on the radar. You know, it can be somebody that it's going to take somebody that when Adrian Broner talks to them, and Adrian Broner realizes, man, this guy knows boxing better than I know boxing. I can learn from him. Once he find that person, he can say, I can learn from. Because just switching trainers is not going to do it. It's not to say, well, I'm just going to go to Michael down the street. You know, I'm going to switch trainers. No. If you don't respect Michael, if Michael can't help take you to the next level, he's not going to do nothing. He needs somebody who's a student of the game, still learning, and can offer him more. But, you know, like I said, man, I think it's time for a change. Because you fought, it was time for a change after he lost against Sean Porter. You lost against Maidana. All right. You was partying, you was drinking, and he came in with a rough and rugged style that you wasn't expecting. Sean Porter, you got better. You wasn't doing that, and you know he fights in a similar, you know, rugged, inside, you know, clashing type of style fight, and you lost again. I think at that point, it was time to make a change, you know. Even if he didn't make a complete, you know, moving everybody out and moving everybody in, he should have brought in some main people. Maybe kept somebody who he does some mitts with, I don't know. But he should have made some changes. Because the thing is, he didn't look tired when he fought Garcia. It just looked like he didn't want to hit Garcia. He didn't want to get caught in exchanges. And he didn't change it up. It looked like his corner was trying to tell him something, and he said, I got this, you know. Basically, I'm not trying to hear what you're trying to say. I got this. Now, if he'd have went out and won, then we could have said, you know what? Oh, what's up? Our Red Sox fan. That's my boy, man. Check him out. He goes a lot more live than I do. The guy talks really good. He talks boxing. Check him out. If you catch him live, guys, he will interact. Just go in there and just say what's up. You say what's up back and get it popping, get it cracking. Our Red Sox fan, I'm talking about Adrian Broner, man. You know, I'm not even sure with that fight, how much of that fight was Mikey Garcia looking that good? How much of that fight was Adrian Broner not looking as good? Like I said, I think if Adrian Broner fought like he fought with Maidana, and you know, win, lose, or draw, I think it would have been better because he sat down on his punches. I I don't think he went into a full defense, man. Like, see, remember, he only threw 400 punches in this fight. And a lot of times, he was very defensive-minded. He was more defensive-minded than offensive. Whenever Mikey would retaliate, he would go into a very high guard. He'd leave his body exposed. If Mikey Garcia really wanted to, Mike Garcia could have broke Adrian Broner down to the body all night because he was just holding a high guard. He wouldn't check left hook off of it. He wouldn't counter with a right off of it. He wouldn't roll under step out. He would let Mikey just keep throwing, and he would say, nope, nope. And I'm not lying, guys. I believe I saw it. One time when Adrian Broner was he was talking, saying no, Mikey punched him right in the mouth, you know, and that's what it's trying to do is, you know, I don't know, man. For a corner change, I think he needs to go get some time to himself and think about his career. So when you talk about his attitude, yes, he does need to check himself. Guys, on microphone, but my camera. I can get it back. Hey guys, stay right there. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to disconnect and reconnect right back and see what that happens. Give me a second, guys. Alright, let's try. Alright, guys, I think I'm back. Let me make sure. Let me see if it moves, if it changes. It didn't freeze. Alright, let me see. Alright, what happened was it didn't freeze. I got a, you know, I'm actually using like a different webcam, and it runs off a cord, and I got it hooked to my laptop, and it came loose, and it cut the camera off, guys. Sorry, and it seems every time it catches me in a bad position, guys. My mouth was wide open. No, like, golly. I hope it didn't do it again. Okay, no, we're good. All right, guys. So I think AB needs to check himself. And the one thing I say about boxing is that he only got 3 losses. The bad thing about boxing, we always want to wash somebody away after 1 or 2 losses. You always want to say, you know, they wasn't worth it after 1 or 2 losses or 3 losses. But you look on the UFC or MMA, one thing I like about them is they can market somebody who only has 8 total fights, and you would think they're the next coming, the new wave, the mega, a demigod almost. And even if they lose 3 in a row and they get 1 big win, he's right back in contention for a heavyweight title, and the people believe it. But with boxing, if you got 8 wins, unless you're an Olympic gold 2-time medalist, they don't know who you are. Hey, you can have 20 wins. They don't know who you are. How does casual fans not know who Andre Ward is? To me, that is just crazy to think that people don't even know who Andre Ward is. And this guy right now is one of the best to do it. You know, hats off to Andre Ward. But guys, you know, hey, do me a favor, guys. You know, all my subscribers, check out Cypherbox for Boxing. Check out our Red Sox fan. Check out one of my boys, Mosley Boxing. These guys, if it wasn't for these guys commenting and giving me the support, I mean the continuous support, you know, I probably would be shooting a video tonight. I didn't know nobody was coming, but you know, that type of support, it motivates you. It boosts your morale. I like to take my hat off to them guys as well for being able to do that. But looks like we got a comment. What we got? I think they done that with Broner because he has lost to 3 of the biggest opponents, Maidana, Porter, and now Garcia. He has. He lost to probably 3 of his biggest opponents. But the fact is, which goes back to what I was saying, it's time for a culture change. Look at his style when he was at 130, 135, 140, 147. Even when he fought Paulie, his style has not changed. It doesn't even really change during the fight. You know, like, you know, he either, you know, he'll get sharp for a while and then he's not. You know, it's time to change. It's time to change how he spars. It's time to make him throw, you know, I don't know, 100, 150 punches per round. Time for him, you know, to get a whole new condition. You know what? Just Get a clean sweep. Keep them as friends and family. Keep them coming to your fights, but let them know my career is on the line. I got child support payments. You know, I don't know what he pays. $15,000 a month. I don't know what he pays. I got child support payments. I'm about billion, but money is an issue, guys. I gotta keep this up because even if I don't keep it up, they're gonna keep coming after me. They're gonna keep coming after me, and I gotta give my career one last shot. And the fact is, Adrian Broner right now, he's in a position that he's not a good position because he can't go fight a no-name fighter because it does nothing for him. You know, if he loses, you know, let's say Jeff Horn beat Manny Pacquiao, now he's becoming a stepping stone. I've been hearing people compare him to Zab Judah. Zab Judah had all the talent and speed in the world, and I'm not sure what was really occupying him for not being able to take advantage of that. Our Red Sox fans, the casual fans, and Ward to them isn't flashy. He doesn't brag, just gets the job done. Yeah, that's exactly true, and that's one thing I said about Andre Ward. You know, is that when you look at Adrian Broner and his attitude, it's a double-edged sword. You know, I don't know if I can say double-edged. It's his yin and yang. It's the one thing that got him so high, but it's the one thing when he loses that take him so low. Floyd Mayweather has that same thing. He just hasn't lost, guys. If Floyd Mayweather would have sneezed a loss, it'd have been the greatest loss. You've seen all kind of YouTube videos, the greatest loss there ever was, and all these different things. But if they didn't talk that way, if they didn't speak that way, if they didn't have an attitude, they wouldn't have the money, they wouldn't have the fame. Adrian Broner would not be where he is today if he didn't resemble Floyd Mayweather with the Philly shell. If he didn't talk like Floyd Mayweather a little bit, if he didn't create the whole image of brushing his hair, the about billion. That's what got him where he is now. That's what got him making a fat payday. So, guys, I do understand it. I do, because good guys, Andre Ward, get left behind. He had to fight a whole lot harder and still don't want to get credit. He beat the Crusher the second time, and they still don't want to give him credit. It's always something. But guys, I just want to touch on this. It's your boy T with Blazing the Sports. Got the little man to sleep. I've been fighting to sleep. If you ever got a niece and nephew, or in my case I have a 4-year-old, and he was I got him from my baby mother today, and he was high on sugar, Kool-Aid, and cake, whatever else. So I took him to the porch to try to tire him out. And he ended up tiring me out, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to take him to the park. I'm going to run around a little bit. And he was like, Dad, I want to go home, take a nap. And wrong. I'm telling him, son, let's go home. You don't want to lay down? I want to lay down. You don't want to lay down, son? No, Daddy, no. Just as our Red Sox fan was saying, how the little man, he sleep now. Hey, Cypher Box for boxing. Thanks, man. Thanks. Guys, it's a I would say 99% freestyle. I was going to say 100. 99% because I have an idea, So 99% freestyle. I don't have a lot planned. I just like to come out, get in there, get a video out to you guys. If you guys do have any recommendations, because a lot of times how it's going to be for this week, guys, at least because I'm working a lot of overtime. Come home, take care of the kid, put the kid to bed, and I'm probably going to go live. If I can get some before then, I need to figure out how to get a nice app on my phone. If you guys have any kind of really good app for Androids that I can get and go live, like I would go live on my lunch break at work, I would get it in, guys. But this your boy T-Dub, What's Blazing the Sport. Be sure to subscribe, like, share, because sharing is caring. And, well, good night, God bless.